What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J. Cool.
And Makebi Zulu, they have closed the doors to negotiations. They just want the court to make a decision. I have told you before that these people, they don't want Edgar Lungu to be buried in Zambia this time around. Why? Because number one, Makebi Zulu himself has got some ulterior motives. He is, positioning himself politically. But of course, we have done some damages on him. And I'm sure he realizes that he doesn't stand a chance. I'm sure he has realized, but of course, he's a stubborn guy. But really, he doesn't stand a chance. Makebi Zulu doesn't stand a chance politically. But then secondly, the other issue is that, the family are scared to come to Zambia. They don't want to come to Zambia. They don't want to come to Zambia. They don't want to bring the body of Edgar Lungu to Zambia. They don't want. They have not been sincere in their discussion with government. From my point of view, it is Edgar Lungu's family that have not been sincere in the negotiations. Why do I say they have not been sincere? I strongly believe that the issue of cases is one of the issues that they would have loved, to engage government on. But unfortunately, they didn't bring this on the table. I strongly believe that they are scared to come to Zambia because once they come to Zambia with that body and burial has taken place, they feel they will be exposed. They feel they will be vulnerable. They know that once after the burial, they will not be able to fly out of the country. They will not be able to do that. Especially the widow herself, Esther. I don't think, she would be able to fly out of the country. And these fears are justified somehow. These fears are justified somehow because where we are coming from, Esther Lungu has actually been incarcerated before. Even when the husband was alive, she was put in the cells at Ibex police stations. It had to take, the efforts of Edgar Lungu, the resilience of Edgar Lungu to stay outside the court, outside the police station to say, I'm not going home until my wife is released. And that is how she was released. This time around, when she goes to Zambia, I don't think she would be able to have that kind of support that she got when she was first arrested. So, from my point of view, these two issues are playing a very big role on this issue. Number one, Makebi Zulu's political ambitions. Number two, the court cases. The family, they are scared. So it doesn't matter what the government will say or what the government will do unless they touch on the cases. They assure them that your cases are finished, which I doubt the government will be able to do. And as long as the government is not ready to drop their cases, they are not coming to Zambia. Then there is another aspect which is from the PF side, the so-called PF side. The other side from the PF side is that they strongly believe that Hakainde Hichilema is losing elections next year. There are people who have believed it is beyond faith. It is beyond religion. It is like an indoctrination. There are some people who have been indoctrinated. It is beyond politics. It is like a religion. It is like faith. They believe that Hakainde Hichilema is losing elections next year. They strongly believe that. And these people, they believe that, since Hakainde Hichilema is going out next year, then Edgar Lungu can come in. Edgar Lungu's body can be brought to Zambia. like Makebi Zulu has been saying, to say Edgar Lungu will be buried in a dignified manner, but not under the current administration. It is because in his mind and those of his supporters, they strongly believe that Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND government are out of government next year. I have a different view. And these videos I've made, will stand one day as my witness. I don't see Hakainde Hichilema going out of power. And when I say that, it is not that I am supporting Hakainde Hichilema. No, at the moment, I told you some time back that I am neutral. At the moment, I'm very neutral. I've got no need to support Hakainde Hichilema. I've got no need to praise Hakainde Hichilema. No need. No need, I don't. I don't have a need. I am not under pressure to praise Hakainde Hichilema. I am not. Because this is what some of you are now using, when I speak. No. You want to come back home. You want to come back home. I'm telling you, I am not coming back home. I am not coming back home at the moment. I am not. I am not coming back home. And this is not about me coming back home. This is about me telling you the reality. I will definitely come back home. I will definitely come back home at the right time. At the right time, when God will say, you come home, I will come home. But at the moment, I'm not under pressure to start bootlicking President Hakainde Hichilema to come back. No. It's not about that. It's not about that. But the truth of the matter is that I don't see Hakainde Hichilema losing 2026 general elections. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know those who are seeing it. I admire their faith. I admire your faith, you guys. You guys who think that Hakainde Hichilema, Aleya 2026, Aleya. I'm telling you, I admire your faith. Because this is not about reasoning. This is about faith now. Na fear mumbi mudia. Na mwingira mumitwe awe na fishupa. Na fishupa. It is a very difficult situation. Because if you reason it from a political point of view, from a public confidence point of view, I don't see Hakainde Hichilema going. I don't see Hakainde Hichilema going. But there are people that believe this, and they believe once Hakainde Hichilema goes, then we can bring the body of Hakainde Hichilema. And they want to use the body, not the body of Hakainde Hichilema, the body of Edgar Chagwa. And they believe that when they bring this issue during campaigns, they bring the issue of Edgar Lungu in their campaigns, they will gain some political vote. That is what they are thinking. They want to stretch a sympathy vote into next year's general elections. They want to stretch the sympathy vote into next election. They are actually disappointed that Edgar Lungu has died now. They are very disappointed. They wish Edgar Lungu had died during the time of campaigns. But unfortunately, Edgar Lungu has died now. They are disappointed. So now they want to store the sympathy vote. At the moment, they want to bank it. They want to bank it so that they can use it in 2026 general elections. They want to play with the emotions of the people, using the body of Edgar Chagwa Lungu, which they have deposited in South Africa. Because we all know that burying Edgar Chagwa Lungu in South Africa will not be permanent, but it will be like depositing a body so that you can go and withdraw it at the right time, so that you can continue playing with the emotions of the people. If these people had not put up all these difficulties, all these issues that they have brought, if the body of Edgar Lungu was brought to Zambia and we had buried, by now I would not be talking about it. By now you would not be talking about it. So these people, as long as this is prolonged, they are benefiting. And they are benefiting politically. And it is giving them hope. It is giving them hope. They are manipulating your emotions. They are bringing in all these emotions. Hey, how can the government take a widow to court? They are playing with the Zambian minds. How can the government do that? What option did the government have after these people, went and bought a tomb and organized everybody, including the archbishop, to come and, pray and bury? What other option did the government have? The government had to go to court so that at least there can be an opportunity to engage. And from my point of view, whilst Makebi Zulu is saying that the government has been insincere, I think government has been very sincere. If there are two parties, between these two parties, if there is a party that I can trust, it is the government. In this instance, it is the government. The party that I cannot trust, it's Makebi Zulu and the so-called family. Because they are the ones who are playing politics with this. They are the ones who are being insincere. They are not bringing on the table what they really want. They are not bringing it. And from my point of view, what they really want is those cases to be dropped. What they really want is to prolong the sympathy, the sympathy emotions of the people, and bank it, hoping that it can give them, it can cash in votes in the next year's elections. In their mind, Hakainde Hichilema is standing on wobbly grounds. He's standing on a slippery ground. He's on ice politically. This man is going. They have this in their mind. I am telling you from my point of view, Hakainde Hichilema stands very solid. Not that I like him, not that I want him, no. But speaking realistically, very soon that PF will be broken in two pieces. It's already broken anyway. It's already broken. Mao Sampa broke it. But Edgar Lungu didn't do anything to stop the nonsense of Mao Sampa. And I know for them to replace a leader for a party which has already been taken, will also bring in issues. They are already fighting. They are already in fights there. There are camps, this one, that one. And even the process of how they are going to replace, Edgar Lungu is not known because of the mess that is in that party. That party doesn't have life. That party doesn't have life. So how are you going to unseat an incumbent? How are you going to unseat Hakainde Hichilema, who has vowed not to leave power? And for sure, Hakainde Hichilema will not leave power. Hakainde Hichilema will not just let go. Forget it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Especially with the nonsense that you have put up. The hatred that you have shown against Hakainde Hichilema. Because Hakainde Hichilema losing power, it will almost mean death. Hakainde Hichilema losing power, it will almost mean death. And when a person has to fight for his life, he can do anything. He can do anything. So I don't see that happening. But it is not about the dictatorship of Hakainde Hichilema. It is the weakness of the opposition. It is the weakness of the opposition. The weakness of the opposition was there even when Walungu was still alive. Even when Walungu was still alive, there was serious weakness. Now that he's even gone, it's worse off. It's worse off. Anyway, like I said, I'm not talking too much. So let me allow phone calls. Let me start picking phone calls so that, I can hear your contributions on this matter. So please, you can call in. You have that number that I gave. You can call in now. You can call in now. I don't want to talk too much. I think I did my deliberation. Baletina, Baletina. Ngati waya ku Zambia. Ifika konka pofinchi. Baletina. Even Makebi Zulu win na waletina. Even Makebi Zulu na waletina. So, it is very difficult that these people will bring the body, no matter what the government will say. And you know, talking about the courts, I strongly believe that even when the court will rule, even if the court rules to say, let Edgar Lungu be buried in Zambia, even if the court rules like that, those people will refuse to come with a body to Zambia. They will refuse. And they know that government will find it difficulty to bring the body without them. Hello?
Mr. President, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
This is Eric, calling from UK.
Thanks, Eric. How is UK?
The UK is fantastic.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. No, we are listening to what you are saying. But how about if this opposition they bring in they convince this Dumbo guy? Don't you think he can give a good competition to the incumbent?
Well, I mean, it's not just about it's not just about Ndambo.
Yeah.
If really somebody can come up, somebody, you know, I mean, it's not in politics. Even a week is a long time. Even a week is a long time. So if really somebody serious comes up, you know, and I mean serious, I don't want to start giving consultancy here, you know, how that person can win an election. I don't want to give that consultancy because I should be paid for it. But yes, it is possible somebody to come up and win an election. It is very possible. It is very possible. But not the current crop and some other issues. I don't want to go into those details because I'll be giving a hint. I'm also a presidential candidate, so I would not want to give free advice, you know, to some of these guys on how they can win an election. I want to reserve it for myself as plan B. Anyway, go ahead with another. You wanted to say something. You are saying something else.
Yes, I wanted to say something over the body of the ECL. My thinking is that, you know, since the family has insisted to buy, the best is let them buy where they want to buy. And I think now we revert back to the governance issues. Because it's like the country is on standstill. The everyday talk now there is about
it's the body.
Definitely, even when they go to the campaigns, I don't think the issue of ECL or anybody would buy into it, because it's not by bringing ECL back. Will that change the economy? Is that what the opposition are going to bank on to say now? When they bring ECL to board, the things now will change the prices of whatever. I think that definitely can't. Their thinking is very low. Secondly, they are aspiring to lead the nation. As they aspire to lead the nation, the best is to respect the constitution. What does the constitution say? Even when they are insisting to say, okay, ECL was the strict of his benefits, is it the government or it is by law established? That is what we want. And those leaders that are magnanimous enough must stand by the truth and say, okay, Vanessa, I think this man came back to politics. As a result, the law itself kicked in, and those benefits were withdrawn. At that stage, that is what we need. And those leaders that aspire must be able to see through and respect the constitution. I think that's my submission for today.
Thank you. And just I want to take one part before you go. You know, this issue of, you know, he died without benefits. So why do you want to give him benefits? Use. I mean, it is poor reasoning. Poor reasoning in the sense that they withdraw, the benefits are withdrawn when you are in active politics. When you are in active politics, benefits are withdrawn. The moment you die, you are no longer playing politics.
Longer active.
You are no longer active. That's it. So death retires you. Edgar Lungu was retired from active politics by his death. His death made him resigned. The death resigned him. And once he resigned, the benefits comes in. Death is what resigned Edgar Lungu. He himself didn't want to resign, and as such, benefits were withdrawn. And benefits were withdrawn. Why that law is there, my dear? It is to protect other presidential candidates, other political players. Because how am I going to compete with Edgar Lungu, who is a former president and receiving money from government? How am I going to compete with him? Okay? So, because as a former president, already he has a platform. He has a platform. He has a huge following. Now, if the government even gives him money, it is even worse. So that's why they withdraw those. Until you resign. But the moment you die, or the moment you resign by yourself, I mean, they kick in. So Edgar Lungu was retired from active politics by death. And therefore, these benefits must kick in. Must kick in. Anyway, my brother, let me take other phone calls. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
How are you, Mr. President?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, so my quick submission is that on the issue of buying the late president, the problem is from the family. We don't need to look for where the problem is coming from. If you go back to that day when there was an agreement between government and the family, if you go back to that and listen to what Makebi Zulu was saying, it was very cantankerous, non-cooperative, no respect for the government. So, the secretary to the cabinet was restraining himself and he spoke with sobriety.
Yes!
So
arrogant.
The group for Makebi Zulu was very disrespectful.
Makebi was very arrogant, very dismissive
very arrogant
of the government.
Too much.
Imagine.
So when you talk about who has been very stubborn to this whole process, it's Makebi Zulu led group. And the decision to bury the late president in South Africa was not made that day when they announced.
No.
They made that decision long time ago. That is their resolve to bury the president. So, that is where the problem is. So, that is just my submission. The issue here, they can talk and talk and talk. There's nothing that can happen. Makebi Zulu's camp has been very arrogant and disrespectful to the government.
Very much. No.
So, yeah.
Thank you, my brother.
That is my quick submission.
Thank you very much. Indeed, they have been very arrogant. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, thank you. Let me just go straight to the point.
Yes, sir.
So, the first point, Makebi Zulu, Charimu Karipa Pakuchi Sasa spend national money, because I noticed he picked up 2 points. Then they their social media to say that no, they are talking bad about the family. But I mean, why are they so much focused on social media?
You know?
Then the other point I want to say is that the family, the ECL family should seek support from the people, because if they have support from the people, then they'll be able to get help they want. How can they get that? There's a good example in the Bible about King Herod, when the daughter of the daughter came to the place where they had a function. Then the king got praised. Then the king told the daughter to say, "What do you want me to do for you?" Then, of course, a wish was granted. So in this case, we all know that HH Arafok China, that's his weakness. So how do you get what you want from HH?
Go to the public.
Do what he wants.
Go to the public.
Let him take that. Let him take charge of the funeral. He will be praised. Even when you put a demand on him to say, pray for ABCD, you will even see people support from the people, because what you want to get, you need backing from the people. Because even you, when you want to talk about them to say no, forgive them, ABCD, you know that no, these people at least they willingly brought the body to Zambia. That's how they can get whatever they want, not the way they are doing it, being difficult. But at the end of the day, give him what he wants, then put a demand on him.
And before you go, my brother,
Yes,
you have raised 2 points which I want to emphasize here. You have raised the issue of Makebi Zulu talking about they stopped the national money. I mean, I'm not recognizing the intelligence of Makebi Zulu. I know he's an intelligent guy, but I'm not seeing it in this. When he puts up argument, this is where you really see that when a person is overwhelmed by emotions, reasons, escapes through the window. Because the president was very clear. The president did not say, that's it, we will not do any national mourning. The president said, since the negotiations have stalled, for now, we have to suspend the national mourning. That's what the president said. And he said, we remain open. Okay? We remain open. At the right time, when all these things are done, we will continue. So, those people, so Makebi Zulu using that to say they stopped whatever. No. The president just, suspended it and said, once the family have decided and we have agreed, we will come and pick it up from there. That's what the president said. But Makebi Zulu, because of his hatred for Hakainde Hichilema, and because of his political, machinations, he's twisting everything that government has been doing and saying, even doing the road, so that the vehicles can be passing there, the vehicles can pass there, because they said the body should be going to the house of Edgar Lungu. And the government did see that on that road there were some patches, the road was not good. So they decided to close the road so that they can work on it. What does Makebi Zulu do? No, they have closed the road, so where will the body pass? I mean, that was good intention from government. Government goes with a plane to South Africa. Guys, we have come so that we can take you and the body, we go back. Makebi Zulu and the cohorts, they twisted to say they went there. They want to remove the body by force. Come on.
Yes.
The good intentions of government in this instance has been twisted and manipulated to make government look bad when government is trying to do good. So even on this one, the issue of stopping the state funeral, the national mourning, it was in good interest for the nation. We are on stalemate. Things are not moving. So can we stop?
Yes.
But when we agree, we will come back to it. So thank you, my brother, that you brought out that issue. I just wanted to emphasize that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Batali muri bwanje.
Bwino muri bwanji.
Twisabe bwino mu Zambia kuno yabantu bavuta.
Bavuta ka?
Bavuta iyo abarungu bavuta abantu bayambo. Atiki abantu bayambo nkara ku kwambo kuyopa kubana power start. Because bintu bauti kuri the book kuri the chani. Bintu sometimes mungakare na akogani kabandi. Actually, mwamene mwele na maaktrisi kwa media tukuru nkatisi mkonkamo kaona mwamene vyende na vintu. Actually zikomo kujitu amene musa
Zikomo.
Okay.
And somebody, before I pick another call, somebody, Floyd Chitalu, in his comment, he said, why are you targeting Makebi Zulu? Makebi Zulu is just representing the family. Come on. That naivety is yours, Floyd Chitalu. That naivety is yours. Makebi Zulu is not just representing the family. Makebi Zulu has got an agenda. Makebi Zulu has got an agenda. Because if he didn't have an agenda, I mean, you would have actually, because, sorry, my brother, I'm just talking in general. So let me just continue. You can cut the line. So Makebi Zulu has got an agenda. Makebi Zulu has got an agenda. That's why I'm targeting, because I know I am speaking firmly on this one. It is not that I'm just lying on Makebi Zulu. Makebi Zulu was positioning himself to be president. You can even see how he has been carrying himself. Makebi Zulu has taken this as an opportunity for him, to sell himself. Makebi Zulu politically is nothing. Makebi Zulu is not a politician. He's not. So he's using this, to sell himself. Without this situation, Makebi Zulu wouldn't have been on Sabik. He wouldn't have been. Makebi Zulu, if without this situation, he wouldn't have an opportunity to be talking to the international media. If you look on social media, the name that is being mentioned so much during this period, these 3 weeks, it is the name of Makebi Zulu. Makebi Zulu has actually collected a lot of people who didn't know this political failure. Now they know. And that is the benefit of Makebi Zulu. Some of you are even saying, no, Makebi Zulu is being paid. No. I know that it's not about the money. It is about positioning himself. Makebi Zulu wanted to play a fast one on Given Luvinda, who has been looking after the party from donkey years. From the time that Edgar Lungu left power, Given Luvinda has been struggling with the PF. He has been struggling with the PF. If there is any PF that has remained, it is because of the efforts of Given Luvinda. Given Luvinda, really, again, I am not selling Given Luvinda. I am not saying Given Luvinda should take over. That is your business. But Given Luvinda, let's face the fact, Given Luvinda has really fought for that party. And even talk about loyalty, which I can even say blind loyalty. If there is somebody that has been loyal, is Given Luvinda. Even when they were filing in, when they were collecting those 250 for nominations, so that somebody can take as candidates for taking over PF. Given Luvinda was stopped by Edgar Lungu to say, no, you don't participate. And Given Luvinda withdrew. He didn't do it. He wanted also to participate, but Edgar Lungu told him, no, don't. And Given Luvinda didn't do it. So talk about loyalty, which to some extent I'm even saying, come on, but Given, how could you go to this extent? So Given that really has been there, and Makebi Zulu knew that there are such people who have toiled for PF, and to put them aside, he positioned himself there. He was positioning himself. That's why I've been talking about Makebi Zulu. This is politics. You can keep your naivety to think that this guy is just a family member. And the family member representing which family? How many people is he representing? It is only Maestro Lungu. This show, the two starrings, it's the Maestro and Makebi Zulu. These are the two stars. These are the stars. Co-starrings. These are the stars. Makebi Zulu political ambition. Mama Esther court cases. And like somebody said, unfortunately they have messed up this. If they had handled this situation better, they would have gotten the sympathy. They would have gotten the attention of Hakainde Hichilema. But they have messed it up. Anyway. Hello? That's why I've been talking about. Hey, I'm quiet. Exactly. Thank you.
Let them so that we engage them to another discussion. But they don't want to submit themselves to the will of the people. And if I want to job, how would that when the salon was not that? What do I know about Panamura? The Valley? We should not be able to put on Kuliba. Sila kang try, pekinet ba kayo kapula kuya po? Nakakalakan. Nakuha nga siya kung tuwala siya kasi pati ko ang rumba ng tiba-tiba ka lang din ako at pagkailan. Sana, sa pati sa siya, ewan ka lang siya, wag mo tawa ba siya? Ay, siya ba kung furuwa na siya? Wala siya sa wala ito. So, nung pari sila wala ito, kulong niya. Siya ba, President, mo ilang na question D. Wala ka po ko. Bakit ako mfuna kuphela ngakasha
natotela nangu balungu benga baleta lelo abantu tethu babalile ngefo balifo kubalida bantu apa abantu nomba nachifuma mwechirishi efyo balanda point. That is a very good point. Hello. Hello,
how are you, Mr. President?
Yes.
Yes, you know, this issue for our former president, I think it's making people now getting tired over it. Because the conduct of this man, so-called Makebuzuru, we don't know what he's thinking about. That man is not a family member of Mr. Longo. He's just a representative. So, what people are failing to understand is that man, whatever he's doing, is just there to make money. Not necessarily talking for the family. So, we don't know, we are tired over this issue. Let the government just allow them to bury whatever the family wishes to do so that the country can move. We cannot be talking over the same issue over and over and over again. You know, last time we did talk about those people, the fear that they have to come to Zambia. That is the only point why they are doing all what they are doing now. Because they know the cases that are pending in court, once they come in Zambia, their passport might be confiscated by the government.
Yes.
So that is the fear that they have. So let the government just allow them to put that man to rest whenever the family wishes. The president, our current president, has tried his best.
Yeah.
But the arrogance of Mr. Makebuzuru, we don't know how that man thinks. We even wonder which school did he attend as a lawyer. How can you start behaving in such a way? You embarrass your own country where you want to be one day be a president. That is not the way we should go. That is my submission, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, let me start with Makebuzuru. You know, where we come from, we say, you can know someone where he comes from by his conduct.
Yes.
Look at how the brother killed Mulea.
Sure.
He had to tie him with a wire, an armed person,
yes,
and shoot him in the face.
Imagine.
That was gruesome and merciless killing.
How brutal can somebody be? You tie a person, and that's when you pump,
yes,
those copper things. you know, in him.
So you can see that reflection in him. In Makedi.
Yes.
That is the same kind of life and behavior.
Exactly. Because, you know, imagine.
And the government should go down
imagine, my brother,
investigate which other person is in the government, the Zulu brothers. They should investigate and tame them and look at them with carefully. Now, I want to talk about Mao Samba. You can see how PF has become senseless. Mao Samba walks into the meeting of PF, who he worships him. Is Munduvire, the same person who destroyed their party. And he says, I don't know what has become with the PF. They have just lost it all. Behavior, everything. And let me tell you something last. The delay to bury the former president means therefore that they will not elect a leader.
You know? Yes, you are right.
It is in their interest to hasten, to encourage, so that they choose a leader.
Yes, once they bury, they need to choose a leader. Now, they are scared. If we bury, I mean, then we need to get a new leader. The same way they were. That's why I was saying, my brother, that this Edgar Lungu is being used. He was being used when he was alive, and he's being used even in his death. Because Edgar Lungu, to tell you the truth, I used to sit with Edgar Lungu, but Edgar Lungu was not passionate about coming back. And then never. He was not passionate, but there were forces that were keeping him there, because as long as he was there, then they could remain in those positions. If Edgar Lungu steps aside, it would have meant somebody else coming in and some people losing their positions and the benefits that came with those positions. So they kept him in power. Even now, he's dead, but they're keeping him in power.
Wants to be president.
Of course.
Chamba wants to be president. KPF wants to be president.
Of course.
Institution Tembo wants to be president.
Yes.
Now he's busy suppressing Mao Zedong. The one who is supposed to be the president is now worshipping Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong, madman. Thank you.
Anyway, it is sad that my good brother and friend, you know, Brian Munduvire, is being dragged in this nonsense. But really, I mean, if they had allowed us to continue with the Munduvire campaign at that point, by now things would have been different. But these people, they ganged against Munduvire. They ganged against Munduvire and frustrated, you know, what we were pushing. They frustrated it. And now Munduvire is just looking at them. This one is talking, he looks. This one is talking, he's looking. I keep seeing him in those pictures. Munduvire is torn. I'm sure he doesn't even know what to do, because really the PF that is there is just something else. It's just something else. And Munduvire is one of those straight guys who are not into these political machinations. So cover. Anyway, hello. Hello.
Hello, Ashanu tayari.
Wina vile.
How do you feel? Mwisakamana pale ba lungu. Before ichidoronga chapwa bala tambo kruile fia ngalama shaba wish. So ni move to akula tambe fifin. Otherwise they will just be wasting people's time. Already they have shown they have disorder amongst themselves. And it's going very far because they are imbalancing themselves. They have drawn the global attention, and the whole media will be looking out at them. And not long, they'll be fighting over the monies because this one, there's a lot of questions. The issue which was raised before, whether Lungu was a Zambian. Because where is his uncle? Where is his aunties? How come are they just using a politician into this matter? What are they hiding? There's a lot of questions that have been raised because of their actions. I really wonder whether their minds are working.
Sure.
Because they are showing, they are hiding something. In Bemba, they say, apa shintira shan, chimbunish, what they are hiding. So I believe these people, they are going to embarrass themselves because they have already opened up a door for themselves.
Yeah. Now,
I wish they could listen to your advice. Otherwise, they are really disappointing us. Zambia has been a nation, an icon where people see peace, reconciliation, advice, and Zambia has helped many nations. I'm even wondering, why is South Africa entertaining this issue? Zambia really helped them to protect them from a number of issues. And from this one, from the national interest of a nation, and even from the logical point of view, and I don't think this case the family can win, because number one, when Lungu was coming, it's government that allowed him to come over.
Okay.
So now,
thank you. Let's go. Let me take another one. Hello.
Hello.
I'm quite Shanna.
Bueno, just a quick one. In the full question. Do you think from Makebi he's not also scared of going back to Zambia?
Yes.
My second question is, how will his career be when he returns to Zambia? Pertaining to Kuma court versus the government. Will he have that same muscle whatever Lungu was still alive? Or this is the end of his career?
You know, my sister, hold on just there before you go. You know,
yeah,
you are right. You know, you are just bringing a light what might be in Makebi Zulu. Makebi Zulu, I'm telling you, first of all, he's trying to come out as a politician because he was dragged into politics. But really, he has no political footing. Makebi Zulu doesn't have a political footing. He was only given a position as member of parliament. Makebi Zulu didn't campaign. PF, Malambo constituency is a stronghold for PF. And he was supported by RB who, you know, people respected. So he went through very easily, not that he campaigned as a politician. Then, afterwards, Alukuta, he failed in politics. And Makebi Zulu now, the chance that he had, Niva Lungu, that was his biggest client. And he got most of the business through Valungu. Now Valungu is gone. Makebi Zulu is no longer a politician because after Fenga to Ashika, Makebi Zulu tapade upwaka monekati yo, Makebi Zulu have mininapa, niwa politician tapadi. Then you know Mamulanda na nama cases Mwalanda. When you talk about him as a lawyer, I mean, who is going to hire Makebi Zulu to represent him? Mumakoti, who? Who?
After I don't think I'm a judge very lenient.
They can never be, because even them, they are Zambians, even them, they are seeing this. If judges in South Africa, because even AMA judges in South Africa, including the South African government, they are not happy about this. They are not just that somebody saying, why are they entertaining them? They just have to be courteous. You know, he's a former head of state, so they cannot treat his family, you know, uncouth and insensitively. You know, they have to show this sympathy. The South African government, their hands are tied. But really, if you look at the statements that have been coming from the government, even the courts, they are irritated by the behavior of Makebi Zulu and the family. They are not happy. They are not happy. So yes,
he's just shoot himself in the foot.
Tapadi, so
Muloya wabo.
Tapadi, so badia Emma orphans veneveni. Some people are thinking, oh, Tayari was being sponsored by Edgar Lungu. No, makunanikane. So ara chula, ama orphan veneveni. Niwama ke bizulu. Emma orphan badia.
What? It's Emma orphan.
Veneveni badia. Emma deni na wawish. Awa tatata wae. Awa tatwa washike. Tatwa washike yo. Yende kuna moko shumumwine.
Simulate ping pong, sure.
Thank you, my sister.
Oh, thank you.
Mari orphans man. Tabale mo kuleka kwa kuchitumi. Once Edgar Lungu ni tata wesu. Na inewini adi ni tata wani. But ama orphans vene. Adi who could not stand on their own. They are the ones now who are crying, who are holding on to the board. Tabale fo kuleka kwa kuchitumi chakwa Edgar Lungu. Tabale fire. But they are scared. This is not about Edgar Lungu's wish. This is about their ulterior motives. Uli apale tina, uli apana kwa taka interest. Unamanga tuwashika Edgar Lungu ineni shpafita. So tabarefua kwa watu tushike. Hello?
Hi.
Yes, sir.
Just a quick one. What I can just tell you is Makebi Zulu's political career is a broken dead career, that's for sure. And right now he's feeling on top of the world. Because ever since Mr. Lungu died, his name has been on the front page of all the tabloids.
Yes.
And I'm sure he's feeling good and he feels that this is my time. I'll sneak into this one more or another. You understand? I'm almost done. Yes. And I'm quite disappointed really with some of these opposition leaders like Kalawa and Lamende. In their heart, deep down, they know that what the government is doing is correct. But because they are in opposition, they just have to oppose. You know, a true opposition leader will agree to other things which are correct. And people say, okay, this person is really genuine. You understand that? Yeah. And in conclusion, I just can't wait for Mr. ECL to be laid to rest. That's when the real politics will start. And I'm sure that's when your show will be very hot. Because now, it will be about who's next in opposition. Everybody will be wrong. I just wait to hear your comment on that as well.
Okay.
Have a great night.
Thank you very much. So, my brother has brought a very interesting point here, that some of these oppositions, they are busy, coming out supporting nonsense. Because some of these people, they are very educated, very educated. These are not people that I would expect that, they would fail to reason through this issue. I don't want to start mentioning names. But clearly, this is why you have seen that some of these politicians, this is why they are failing to grow. In spite of the exposure that they have had, in spite of the exposure that they have had. Exposure, some of them, they were even ministers. Getting a position in government as a minister, it gives you a platform. It makes you grow. You are a big guy. You cannot compare yourself to a guy like Shurufetayari. Because you were once a minister. But unfortunately, even after being in government, having that big position as minister, still politically they are failing to grow. They are stagnant. And even some of these other politicians, some of them, they are very educated, with titles, big titles, highly educated, highly exposed, and yet their political careers are failing to grow. They are stagnant. Look at how they perform in the by-elections. Even next year, you will see how they will do these very politicians that you are mentioning, banani, just that if these people didn't even have money, they wouldn't even be anywhere. But just because they have money, they can afford to appoint that one, appoint that one, appoint that one, appoint that one. It is just karupia. But really politically, tapale forward. You can say whatever you want. I'm a big politician. And at the moment, I'm the only one that is coming after Hakainde Hichilema. At the moment, whether you like it or not, I am a big politician, the only one coming after Hakainde Hichilema. If we were to have elections, so I participate, I'm telling you, I can beat all those opposition leaders. I can beat them, even if my votes varika pamu. Banani, minina. And put their votes together. I can beat them, I can assure you. At the moment, whether you like it or not, the next guy after Hakainde Hichilema, it's me. And this is real. Because me, I don't have money. I've been participating in elections and I've been doing very well. Without money. Even now, whatever I've been doing, I don't have money. I'm telling you, if I had money and I'm to run a propaganda agenda, hey, teti munjikate. Hey, Tayari, you are being sponsored by government. If the government really sponsors me to run an agenda, whatever I've touched, whatever I've touched, and I do that without money. Some of them, they were in government, but you can't compare them to me. You can't. So, my brother, these politicians, because we know that everything is to oppose. You know, the biggest platform of voters are those who are not aligned either to UPND or to any political party. That's where the majority are. And those people, they reason. They don't just follow naively. No, because our party is saying. Because, no, they don't. And I don't even care about political cadres. I don't care about them. I don't care about political cadres. I'm not interested in UPND cadres. I'm not interested in PF cadres. Me, I look at the general citizenry. An ordinary Zambian. What is he looking at as reasonable? That is what I look at. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hello, yes, please.
Am I on?
Yes, you are indeed.
Yeah. For me, I just wanted to ask a question because we keep going back and forth. Why can't the president, out of public interest, also just do what the family wants from his heart? Because
what does the family want? According to you, my sister, what does the family want?
What has been going on is like they say they don't want him present for the funeral.
They don't want him to be part of the funeral.
Yes, to do the funeral and to be part of that funeral because that was the wish of the late former president.
According to you, my sister, do you think that is right? According to you?
No, I don't think. Okay, I don't think it's right. For me, I don't think it's right, and I don't think I can do something like that. But in the end, it's them. They have decided this is what they want to do. So, and the public, they want the former president to be buried in Zambia. So, out of his heart, and for the sake of the public interest, why doesn't he just do that?
Unfortunately, my sister,
that's maybe the question that I would like to, because you cannot force yourself on a funeral, and everyone knows there was no love between them. So we would understand if he did that.
Good, my sister. You have asked a very good question. It's a good point that you are bringing out, and let me just interact with you for the benefit of many others. You see, when we talk about, the state has got its own way how it operates and the protocols that are followed. Okay, when you talk about the state, and some of these things may not be written in the constitution, but they are by default. They are defunct kind of protocols. In this case, what I'm trying to say is that when there is a state function, the head of state has to be there. And why is the head of state has to be there? Is there? First of all, we have foreign countries who come to the country to pay respect, and those presidents, when they come, it is only the president of a country who is befitting to receive them, who is befitting to sit with them on the table. It is disrespect for a visiting president to be received and entertained by a vice president or anybody else. So, as a state function and the protocols that follow statecraft, the head of state has to be there, because the level of hierarchy and protocols is observed as such. When there are presidents, it's the president that has to be there. So you cannot say, no, the president shouldn't be there. The president, because the family wants. This family is not in government. This family is not a government. And Hakainde Hichilema has to be there. And it is not about, Edgar Lungu said this. Edgar Lungu said this. It is not about the person of Hakainde Hichilema. It is the position that he holds. It is the position that he holds.
Yeah, but the thing is, what I'm thinking is there should be an agreement on the things that he can do and the things that he cannot do. You cannot go and give a speech on the funeral, which clearly everyone has seen that you are not welcome there. So there should be some things that he can do and things that he cannot do. There are ways of doing things, listen, so that we move forward with this thing.
Well, listen, in terms of speeches, state functions, they go with speeches. So you cannot say the president cannot give a speech. He has to give a speech. And then maybe you can say he cannot do the body viewing. And I'm sure Hakainde Hichilema, because they have been so obsessed about Hakainde Hichilema seeing the body, Hakainde Hichilema seeing the body. I'm sure Hakainde Hichilema can excuse himself from that. He can excuse himself. But the bottom line, my sister, here is that even if Hakainde Hichilema today, I can assure you, even if Hakainde Hichilema said, okay, I'm not going to be part of it, those people will not come, because what they are scared of, they are not scared of what Edgar Lungu said and that he will come and haunt them. They are scared of the cases. When you talk about the family, they are scared of the cases. Makebi Zulu, he is looking at his political career. As long as this thing persists, he is getting a platform. If this thing was closed down some time back, Makebi Zulu wouldn't have been on Sabik yesterday. But he was there because this thing is there. So even if Hakainde Hichilema does which he has tried, these people don't want to come to Zambia.
Then it's just to let it be then.
Exactly.
Withdraw the court case and let it be. Let them bury. If they feel that's what they want to do, then let it be like that.
Yeah. No, thank you, my sister. You're right. Hello?
Okay.
Hello? It's true. I mean, the government had to take the court action because, I mean, they didn't have any other way of trying to engage the family. They didn't have any other way. They had to do it. And they have to be on record that we did what we could. We did what we could. So that's why the government went to court. Government is not losing. Even if the court rules against them, government is not losing. Because government would have fulfilled their obligation to have tried to do what is required of us as a nation. Hello?
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 Hello, Atrufe, am I through?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And therefore, I want to fix one. I think Zambia being a Christian nation, there's a hand of God, Pantu, Aletrangisha, the type of leaders that we are risking bringing back in power. Imagine behavior, you might come to power, tension and would go opposing side. So let's think about that. Then number two, Abakwira Copper Belt wala understand. Ungofaba nangwine chiriro. Tuwa mkushite mbokoshi akupunge mbokoshi akupere mbokoshi substandard.
I think we are losing you somehow. Hello?
Na try bati. They never could Copper Belt wala understand. Punka. Ai mini nato pabo na ushi. Languli ne chiriro takuche mbokoshi yao naika. The aim is to eat.
Yes.
Regardless of your feelings, nibu punka timwamona. You don't have compassion. No kutonkanya. So, especially youth, si forever ichefua vote, fetch vote, plus kamenso. No kumonati. What kind of leaders do we have? How do they reason? So it's a chance to look at it from that angle. Thank you.
Thank you. Indeed. And a lot of us have been exposed on this one. Hello?
No?
Yes, please.
Mulibwanji
mulibwanji naimwe. Iliko bad network, iliko bad yapo. Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Shirufian.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Shirufian, I'm wondering about the response from Makepi Zulu when he was being interviewed, when he responded to say this is not a state funeral. I mean, it's not a presidential funeral, but state funeral. So the statement has a lot of meaning. Are you able to interpret that or even to the people also listening to these conversations?
Only Makepi Zulu can really interpret that, because when you say a presidential funeral, what do you mean? Who should die? What is a presidential funeral? I didn't get him. When you say it's not a presidential funeral, what do you mean? What is a presidential funeral? Who is dead? Who should die for us to have a presidential funeral? I don't understand him. I don't understand. He was just waffling. He was just waffling, trying to play words, but with words, but really, he was not saying anything. I mean, who should die? What is a presidential funeral? And when you talk about a state funeral, a state cannot be complete without the president. That's why there is a head of state. The state, you cannot talk about the state and you don't talk about the head of state. No, the head of state has to be there. So Makepi Zulu was just being funny there. Hello?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And it's not a presidential funeral. Who dies? What is a presidential funeral? Who should die for us to have a presidential funeral? Because not even when the president himself, the incumbent has died. Hello? Hello? This phone is it's difficult. The network where you are is challenging. It's challenging. The network is not good where this guy is. The network is challenging. So this the issue is that these people don't want. They just don't want, and they are scared of coming into Zambia, and they have not been able to put their cards on the table clearly. They haven't. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, am I through?
Yes, you are through. Please go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to contribute or more in form of a question. Yeah, so I was thinking, I suppose maybe the PF or the family are allowed to bury in South Africa. Then what will happen to Tasia, because she's an MP for Tawama, I think. So I was like,
In that case, what can happen? Because you have buried the father correctly, and then you're coming back to work in Zambia. So I don't know what is your view in that angle.
Very good point. Very good point. And this is where this issue of public interest comes in. Tasila Lungu, she's a member of parliament for Chawama. And the people of Chawama voted for Tasila Lungu because of the father. And when the father has died, the people of Chawama who voted for Tasila Lungu because of Edgar Lungu, the father, they would have loved to mourn Edgar Lungu. They would have loved that. Now, indeed, if Tasila Lungu buries the father in South Africa and then comes back, what is she going to tell the people of Chawama? What respect is Tasila giving to the people of Chawama? Because these people voted for Tasila because of the father. They didn't vote for Tasila because of Tasila. No. They voted for Tasila, displacing Wasichalwe because of Edgar Lungu. And those people, they would want to mourn Edgar Lungu. And now Tasila will be coming back without the father and say, no, Tinarika Madiro, South Africa. Does Tasila think that the people of Chawama will be happy with that? This is where the public interest comes in. This is why government went to court. Those who are rich, the politicians, they went to South Africa. But the people of Chawama, many of them cannot afford to go to South Africa. They can't afford. So Tasila, if really she is a true leader representing public interest, Tasila would have been one of those people that would have been saying, no, let's go and bury my father in Zambia, so that people can have an opportunity to mourn him. Now, people are actually frustrated. People are frustrated. This is why they are saying, let them just bury him there. And I'm telling you, the government just did this to try to make sure that at least they are on record to say, we did what we could. So even if they lose in South Africa, the Zambian government would win in the sense that posterity, we will not judge them harshly. Hakainde Hichilema will not be judged harshly because they will say, we did what we could. But the family was stubborn. They couldn't hear us. So that's a very good point, that Tasila was voted by the people. And she's neglecting the desires of the people, the feelings of the people. She has put that aside. I don't know what her political career will be after all this. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
I mean, these politicians are really being selfish. They are not considering the Zambian populace. They are not. And indeed, I don't know what they are thinking really. The Zambian people, majority of them, they have lost interest in this. And I'm sure they have seen, and like somebody has said that, God is also speaking through this. Because with this situation, there is a side of Hakainde Hichilema that has come to light. This situation has shown us the other side of Hakainde Hichilema. Because a lot of us used to think Hakainde Hichilema is a cold stone, is hard-hearted. That's what we used to think of Hakainde Hichilema. But this whole funeral thing has shown the other side of Hakainde Hichilema. He has shown the other side of Hakainde Hichilema. And he has shown how hard-hearted Makebi Zulu and the so-called Lungu family, how hard-hearted they are, how mischievous, how devious they are. It has shown them. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, I just want to contribute or say something.
Yes. Network bad. I can hardly hear. We can hardly hear you, sir.
Yeah.
Kapena, are you using a loud or are you using my headset or something?
Oh, let me remove my headset.
Yes, please just speak direct into the phone. I think it will help.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Just saying that the family for the Edgar Lungu, they are being focused in the sense that they were voted for the people of Zambia, and the people of Zambia are the one who made them to be where they are. The Zambian people are the one who made them popular. But now those people of Zambia. So what is the position of Tasila Lungu? Is he posing to the people of Chawama? Because the people of Chawama voted for Tasila Lungu. You see? So now my question is, what is the position of Tasila Lungu to the people of Chawama?
I wonder what she's going to tell them when she comes back. I wonder. I wonder what she's going to tell the people of Chawama.
And in addition, the same people who are in South Africa, are they going to say our motto, one Zambia, one nation? Because that's our motto. Yes. Are they going to tell us one Zambia, one nation when they come back from South Africa? Yes, that's my question again. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, thank you. One Zambia, one nation. How? But no, Haka in the Ichirema is not Zambian. Oh. He shouldn't be part of this. Hello?
Hello, Mr. President.
Buena, Bwanji.
Tiri bueno. Nenzo. Tusako. Mambo wanu ma Christians pangani ya majiro yamaenda bwaji kushika ni after Hello?
Network yanu Hello? Network yanu simveka buno. So I'm struggling to hear. Yeah. Network iliko bad. Hello? 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 Hello?
Oh, Mr. President.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Hello?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Mr. Tari, what you are saying here, we don't have a leader in Zambia who is speaking like you for national interest. How I wish you were in Zambia so that you can take over after HH is done with his 2 terms. That's what I'm saying.
I will take over, my brother.
Yes, because and they can also work for that so that you take over after HH because opposition, how do you go to South Africa to go and buy a state money?
You know?
You gather resources. You go there to go and buy a state money. You support that. Then you think you can become a president one day.
You leave your people. Yes. You leave your voters. You leave them.
You leave your... Because you have money, you are privileged. You go to South Africa to go and buy a state money. Who does that? Who does that?
You leave your people.
I'm shocked when I hear Mr. Karaba, Mr. Hari Karaba saying that no, the government should withdraw that. Who does that? Then you are thinking that you can come and read Zambia tomorrow. For what? For what, Mr. Tehari? For what? Yeah, I think for now I've not seen any politician who can rule Zambia after HH. It's only you. Just to come back after HH is done, you come and rule Zambia. We don't have anyone who have got national interest, Mr. Tehari. That's what I can tell you. We don't have in Zambia this currently. These leaders whom we have, opposition leaders, I can't see anyone
That's why
all those who went there, including MPs in Satari, they should be punished 26. No one should win elections. Those who fight was granted by the statesman should not be given a chance, even a cancer, should not be given a chance to rule this country. No. Don't allow that.
Imagine. And you know what?
Yes.
You have just touched on my plan B. Some of these people who are thinking that no, Tayari, you are supporting Hakainde Hichilema because you want to come back. I've seen an opportunity here.
Yes.
I'm not joining UPND because I'm the biggest opposition. You think I can lose that position? I'm not losing it. I'm holding on to it.
I'm telling you, Satari, just wait after church to come and take over. We don't have leaders in Zambia. We don't have leaders in Zambia, Satari. Just wait. Yes, we don't have, we have zero.
Thank you, my brother.
We have zero leaders in Zambia can take after church. We have zero, I can tell you.
They want to benefit.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I mean, what kind of leaders are you? You leave your people. South Africa. No, let's bury here and leave him here. What about your people? What about your people? How many people do you think wanted to be part of the funeral of Edgar Lungu? How many? But just because you could afford, you flew to South Africa. You flew to South Africa and left the people that you want to come and vote for you. You left them. I mean, you could have prevailed over the family. You could have prevailed over the family. You could have told the family to say, let's come back here. But all of you, in the name of opposition, you are agreeing to something that is not right. Hello? Hello?
Mr. Tayali, how are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
I'm fine. I'm calling you from South Africa.
Ndima mufuna muike balungu kwa mene ukwaini. You are the ones who want to bury balungu. Since you are in South Africa.
It will never happen, my brother. You know what? I wanted to share something with you here. In this death of our former president, people were watching outside there, waiting to see which leader from the opposition party will act maturely, whom they can trust tomorrow if we say this is going to represent Concert Alliance or PF, but none of them is near. None of them. These guys, they are just after something. Just wait for the burial of Balungu. You will see what will happen after that. Just imagine if Makepi now is saying, Mr. Lungu said, when I die, I don't want HH near my body. Okay, it's fine, we hear that. Lungu, we should also believe that Mr. Lungu said when he died, KBF should be the president. Why are they believing some of the things others they are not believing?
Very good question, huh? Very good question. You see, that's why I like this program, because people, KPF is saying, Lungu, said this. They say, no, this is not true. But when they say, no, he said the HH should not be there, they believe it. So certain things they will agree. Certain things they don't want to agree. They only want to pick what is convenient to them. Because this hatred is convenient for them. And I insist, Zambia as a Christian nation, Edgar Lungu with a legacy of declaring 18th October as a day of national prayer, reconciliation and fasting. I mean, should we perpetuate the hatred? Should we perpetuate the hatred? Should we let Edgar Lungu go in his grave with this hatred? This is an opportunity for us to unite, like Hakainde Hichilema has done. Because Hakainde Hichilema as well, this is what you have been forgetting. You people who have been saying, no, but he did this. Hey, Hakainde Hichilema did this. Hakainde Hichilema did this. Hakainde Hichilema would have also said, I'm not going to have a state funeral for this man. Because this man, when he was a head of state, he tear gassed me. This man, he shot at me. This man, he traumatized my family. This man put me. Hakainde Hichilema would have had a field day to talk about how badly he was treated by Edgar Lungu. Hakainde Hichilema would have done that. Because since Hakainde Hichilema is not talking about the negative, because he's respecting the man who is gone. When a person is gone, you don't bring hatred. You don't bring bitterness. Hakainde Hichilema has acted as humanly by not bringing the negatives. But because Hakainde Hichilema is not bringing out the negatives, you want to behave as if you are the only one who was hurt. As if you are the only one who is hurt. Hakainde Hichilema's silence on how Edgar Lungu treated him should not make you feel like you are angels. Should not make you feel that you are the only one that suffered that much. How many times was Hakainde Hichilema incarcerated under the leadership of Edgar Lungu? How many times was the family of Hakainde Hichilema put in so much pressure when Edgar Lungu was in power? How many UPND members were tortured and some of them died? How many? And even if you are to compare the bad that, Hakainde Hichilema and UPND went through, compare it to the bad that PF has gone through. Surely, it is not proportionate. It is not proportionate. Hakainde Hichilema suffered more. Edgar Lungu was never incarcerated. He was never incarcerated. So at least, you should be able to think twice about this. Because he was treated bad. But if Hakainde Hichilema was to tell the story right now of how he was treated by Edgar Lungu, what would you say? What would you say? But this man is being gracious. This man is being reconciliatory. He's not dwelling on that. And because he's not dwelling on that, he should we cannot have a state funeral. Hey, he did it, whatever. No, come on, guys. Let's be real. You are doing this because of your own issues. You are not uniting the country. You are not. That funeral that you had, that mass that you had celebrated by the Archbishop was not reconciling our country, was not uniting our country. And I feel bad that mass was celebrated by the Archbishop of Lusaka, leaving other citizens, and you go and celebrate mass there. It is really sad. I feel bad that mass was celebrated by my Archbishop, because that mass was not reconciling the country. It was not uniting the country. Hello? Hello,
Mr. Tai.
Yes, sir.
Morife bueno.
Bueno, femkwae.
Kuno ni kukabwe.
Emkwae.
Ndefo kulanda vipali wa makebi, wanakachinda. Kwete interest ya kushika South Africa. Because kwete ndalama shakwira South Africa. Ifwe pafyo watu chitile walungu, tabalefu ati na ifwe tukalosheko. Because walungu bali pangile fisingi tufuile tuwa walosha. Nomba just because bena wale bonfyo obukankalo bwakuina ifo fwe malofu fwe bashako atenda lama baletusha ero futi bakabwero kwisa mukulombe voti kuli ifwe ero tukabasumina ati since mwalishika balungu ku South Africa iseni mutupoke voti na kairo tukavota ngafwe wakaye mushika ngani kuna media ngani kuisa bushevo twinge kale
imagine
Tefo tuingekala. Uli omuntu alibombera bena Zambia. Tufuile tuwamushika kuno kwine ku Zambia. So ngalaba kwa tantese ya kushika ku South Africa bekabwera kuno mukulomba amavoti kuli ku Zambia. Bakaye ku South Africa kuli kwino ko wale umama campaign.
Na kwetu keshiwe fya kuchita na totela batali.
I'm quite not totela son. And somebody is in response is saying, no, Hakainde Hichilema was treated bad. He was in opposition. I mean, honestly, what kind of reasoning is that? What kind of reasoning is that? So for Edgar Lungu, it was okay to treat Hakainde Hichilema in the manner that he did because Hakainde Hichilema was in opposition. Does that make sense, really? Does that make sense? Is this the level of reasoning that we want to put up to justify wrong things? Eh? Come on! I mean, Hakainde Hichilema is human just like Edgar Lungu is human. Eh? I know he was in opposition then. Does that make sense? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. We can hear you. Please go ahead. I mean, some of the reasoning that people put up, Wandin, and you like to listen, Ufi. I mean, these political players, we know Ufi. Hello? Hello? We know Ufi. You know, I went on this other platform today, here, Paranikane, TikTok, and Bachikala, hey, no, why me is dead? Hey, why me was put in acid? Hey, whatever. Natural umfwa. Njingire so that I can try to reason with them. They just become personal. They don't want to reason. People don't want to reason. But on faith we know Ufi. Ufi. We know. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yes, please.
Tayari mwishani.
Wina femu kwa.
Watoto mkwai batayari pakula ndefushinka. Mulala ndefushinka. Elo bamofila bakalipa. Nomba nangucha bakalipa nkanyeni ndefushinka. Mpare ya maishi bale chitaba abantu ababene makebizulu na familia balungu. Lera mwana kwati balungu bali ba president ba PF awe. Balungu bali ni ba president ba let's say he was a president of the whole country. PF bakwete position yako ordinary ya presidential position. So nga bale chitefite kwa bali ba president ba PF awe. He was the president of Zambia. So balungu mfira kubalosha numutende balungu bafuye babaleta balalira kuno. Bela mwana kwati fibale chita na tusekesha abantu bamo balesekela mu batete tusekelemo iyo. Umuntu nangu mwalirwa pali tarara na pashi patarara. Batista ilafika. Umuntu nga afwa. Infwa. Mamon. Infwa tulaichindika. Tekwe bati, umuntu nga akwa tuwalambo kucheza tuamba no kuseka. Ifibale chitabale chushafye umubiri wa balungu. Mkwai. Tulamona, pafya molanda, vamo, bala ponta, vamo, bala miponta, bati, as long as mulela ndefituntudu. Vamo bakatemwe, vamo tabakatemwe. Mama. So please to apapata. Ngefo machirala ndati vaechechi vali chulile sana. Kukuchilana balungu. Balungu ichalenga poke ninfwa. Akumule mfwa balungu ngabalitie puli. Tapala babushikuwa bakonkelo bushiku kunganda. Tapali ubushiku baile bakaka. Tapali Kyonse balanda kidya bene tabatontonganyo n'okutoto tabalolesha nakunu mayo oko bafuma nofo bakitomu nabo balelolesha ofo bale kitomu nabo first peryo bambo okulanda Natasha batayali
natotera hello 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 yeah. And you know, when I speak like that, people are saying, no, you have turned against Edgar Lungu. No, I have not turned against Edgar Lungu. I have not turned against Edgar Lungu. If anything, whatever I've been doing, I've been speaking for Edgar Lungu. Even when Edgar Lungu was in power, me, I spoke the truth, trying to preserve Edgar Lungu to stay in power. And when I spoke the truth, they were against me. They even, you know, they were even arresting me. When Edgar Lungu left the office, I've been speaking the truth. And people have been against me, but most of the things that I've spoken, they came to pass. I told you that, you know, when Edgar Lungu left, I said Edgar Lungu, he has to make a decision. Whether he has resigned or not, Edgar Lungu could not come out. And what happened? We had Mao Sampa. Mao Sampa coming in. When Mao Sampa came in, I said, please, can we talk to Mao Sampa? Can we reach a middle ground? Can we agree to, so that whatever, a number of things which I spoke about, they didn't do. Then came the issue of eligibility. Eligibility. I said, this is not, it's not an issue of the court. This is an issue of politics. Can we do politics with this issue? No tukawina. They lost. They lost. Just like he is being stubborn over this. Over this, they are being stubborn over this case. Now, you know, we are going to argue rights. We are going to argue rights. At the end of the day, you are putting South Africa in a very difficult situation. South Africa has politely told you that we are not interested in this. But you can't get it. You can't get it. They have politely told you that, no, we are not interested in this. This issue must be resolved between yourselves and the government. And you are coming out, no, we are not interested in talking to the government. No, these people, we can't trust them. No, we are going to bury Edgar Lungu in the next administration. Total nonsense. Total nonsense and arrogance. Bitterness. And politics. You really think that Edgar Lungu is going to go out next year? You are not going to succeed. You are not going to succeed. And come elections next year, it is just a pity that you know, I'm out in exile. But if I were in Zambia and I participated in those elections, I can assure you, I can beat all of them. I can beat all of them. You can mention what name, I can beat all of them. I can beat them. The only person that stands, that I cannot beat is Hakainde Hichilema. And I cannot beat him because he's an incumbent. He has the resources. So it's difficulty. It's difficulty. And if I cannot win over Hakainde Hichilema, which politician in Zambia who can win? Which politician can win over Hakainde Hichilema? Ni nani? I'm the only one, whether you like it or not. I am number 2 to Hakainde Hichilema. I am in opposition, but still, Muntwandi, but still, I have a footprint in the country. I am able to push, I'm able to push issues. Ulewa tukwangara iwe, Nakarupia nshakwata. Akarupia nshakwata. If I had resources, you think you can compare me to those politics they have na. Take what service of tuma suit. Mwai na press conference. Number 1 point. Number 2 point. Not my issues rising. They are useless issues. Useless issues. No, Hakainde Hichilema should be impeached. Who is going to impeach him? Impeach him for what? Impeach him for what? Eh? You raise useless issues, very useless issues. Very useless issues. Mtano inama issues with the issues I raise. Even government does not dare to respond. Because my issues are difficult to challenge. That's why you don't see people responding to my issues. Even government, when I raise issues, they keep quiet. They don't respond because my issues are solid. They are solid. And when you ask them, Tahari said this, they dismiss it. Ah, no, those are pajama politics. Respond to the issues that I raise. They fail to respond to my issues because of my issues are yarikawa, and they are solid Mtwandi. They are solid. Now, this is my issues that you bring. Hey, no, hey, whatever. Hey, we have stopped Hakainde Hichilema from the constitution. Hakainde Hichilema is embarrassed. EO Bill 7 is coming back in September. Are you going to stop it? Are you going to stop it? No, Hakainde Hichilema is going to lose elections because load shedding. Mukadabwa. Next year, load shedding Mtwandi. Akasova Hakainde Hichilema. Ayama solar plant. Atampo ukula isuloko. Whatever. Vakabikemona to export. Load shedding will be reduced. What are you going to talk about? No, ubunga na vutura. Na mumfwa. ZNS na iwesho ubunga. And of course, it will affect the market. There is a bumper harvest. It will affect the market. And these things will be coming next year. Hey, fuel. Na mumfwa. Fuel ile wera. Hey, dollar. Na muna dollar for it. Mwe kwata mwamano ma politics bantu mwe bantu imwe. Ngandemi bat politics te havana. Tekwangala. Anyway, I think we have had a good time. I'll leave it here for now. But the issue is that these people who are thinking that they can use it to Lungu, to gain some political mileage, they are disillusional. Those who are thinking Hakainde Hichilema is going next year, I can assure you, these videos will be there. You are disillusional. Yes, of course. Somebody can come up, like somebody said, if somebody come up and whatever, good strategy, good people and whatever, it is possible. But so far, I'm not seeing anyone. In relation to Edgar Lungu's burial, a lot of people have moved on. Government, yes, they are doing what they can because they just want to place themselves on record. Government knows that even if the court rules to say, take the body of Edgar Lungu to Zambia, they know that those people will not agree to come to Zambia because they are scared. And government will find it difficult to get the body of Edgar Lungu into Zambia without the family. So in a way, government is just trying to put it on record that we did what we could. We did everything possible that was there. And it just failed because the family was bitter. The family had hatred for the incumbent. The family were disillusional, thinking that Hakainde Hichilema is losing power. Makebi Zulu, a very hard-hearted person. Which really looks like it runs in the family. What the brother did to that person they killed, I can't fail to relate how Makebi Zulu treated Mtembo Nchito. Mtembo Nchito was treated badly by Makebi Zulu. Some of you may not know. Mtembo Nchito was treated badly by Makebi Zulu. Makebi Zulu dragged in the same way that his brother dragged that Mulea person, the person that they killed. He dragged Mtembo Nchito and put him in Zuko. And surely, if Mtembo Nchito was not that prominent and everything, under those circumstances, I wouldn't have been surprised if Makebi Zulu would have done what his brother did to this other guy. I wouldn't, because really the hatred was just too much on Mtembo Nchito. These people are the same. I'm failing. I can't fail to go back because I saw it. I watched it. I was against Mtembo Nchito, by the way. I was against Mtembo Nchito. But when I saw the way they were treating him, I was like, what is going on? What is going on? And Makepi Zulu was just vicious. That man is really a stone cold person. Udamuntu. Hey, umandi. Makepi Zulu. Mampela power udia. You give power. Makepi Zulu. Panda wena wale foko wa president. President. What do you think you do to Haka in the HDM? What do you think you do to a person like me? Kalaka muntu kavi umutimanga kareranda. Na katika nyano kutika nyakwati ningoshe. Kwa vivotu wantu mchalo. Muleka pepela koka Makebi. Muleka pepela koka yaka muntu. Takafi itafye kumenso. Kafi tila kumono mutima. Takwabo muntu ukosa pachitumbifi. Na ukosa. At your representative of the family. There was a suggestion to say, change the negotiators. Change the negotiators. Some people who have been mediating over this, they said, can you change the negotiators? And Makepi Zulu kari kene. Makepi Zulu has refused. But government has been very flexible. They were ready to change the negotiators. But Makepi Zulu kene no, I'm the family representative. You should change yo. Because really, if your interest is that, middle ground is reached, and when they say, can we change negotiators? You can step aside. But Kilaka Mambala, no. No, it's me. Kana Pasabik. We can't trust those people. They have been changing on what, Makepi Zulu? Changing on what? You can lie to your naive people because these cadres, they don't think. No, government has been changing. Government has been changing on what? No, they have crossed the road. They wanted to do the road. No, they are saying they are going to put the body somewhere in a room to pray. And Haka in the Ichirema what? Come on. Let's be real. How can they hijack a body and take it into some secret place at the airport? Honestly, how can that happen? Temi Pambe. But you believe it. How way? They want to put it in whatever. A person some people went to force themselves to see the body. They went to South Africa. Propaganda. No, the government has weaponized the media to speak against the family. But Naimova PF, you have been doing propaganda. You have been lying. No, people went there to get the body. Now, they were doctors who were sent there. How can the government disobey the court orders? And you are naive. If really government is so pressed to look at the body, they would wake. Haka Indeshim and the South African government, I can tell you, they're speaking the same language. So if indeed Haka Indeshim wants to do something dubious, you wouldn't even know about it. But you have been creating this propaganda. And when I come here to diffuse your lies, you say no, because you want to come back. Because you want to come back. Who told you that I want to come back? I'm still okay here. I'm eyeing for that position. I want to be the biggest opposition political leader. I want to be the one to take over from Haka in the Ichirema. If I join Haka in the Ichirema, how am I going to be? Because if I join the PF, Muli Jackie Mwimbu, Muli Gari Nkombo, whatever, I'll be nowhere. I will have no chance. I'm a president, opposition political leader. I have an opportunity. I've got a plan. I've got a strategy. So if I'm of course, Zambian kumieso. kind of if you shupa mdala ngafia shupa yes, I can go back. I mean, it's my country. Hey, it's my country. I'll go back. But otherwise, so far mdala, I'm on course. I know where I'm going. 2026 yako akainde chile matapale votinga chita. But 2031 mukamwena ko. Hero mkesambola no but chilufa tayari nice. Tukaisamirubula mwilasa kamana. Tukaisamirubula. Anyway, I think we have had a good time. Let me end here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll keep coming. Today is Sunday. The next time that I'll be on this program today is Friday. I'll be live on Sunday again. Thank you very much. Good night.
Let me know what you think about this video. Thanks for tuning in to JQ News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on tech, politics, and everything in between. Until next time, stay cool.